exciting. We've got a new model of a device that we've had here in the San Antonio office, and we want to share that with you because it's really, really exciting stuff. But first of all, I wanted to ask you, what did you think of my whole like reveal? I always wanted to be like a toreador as a kid, you know, like a bullfighter, and that was my opportunity to be like you know.
No, I think it all starts with the form, and you know, those arms came up perfect, and so I think, you know, a second career, if you're interested, you know, personally, I'd love to see you in that get up, so I'm all for it. But yeah, so you know, we're really excited about this. Things in San Antonio have been awesome. You know, we have a great demographic, and we've seen lots of great skinny shot results, and the skinny shot squad out here has been great. You know, this machine that kind of Gilbert will talk to us about a little bit here in a moment is going to be a great addition to this office. You know, being able to cater to a lot of those patients who have had, you know, a large amount of weight loss. And so, you know, we've talked about Blvd a little bit before. We know that we can treat things like fine lines, wrinkles, and skin laxity. Before we were focused on treating the face and neck, but with this machine, I hear we can expand. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me a little bit about it, Gilbert. What can we do now?
So this is the new version of our Blvd device. This is called Blvd Ultra.
Okay.
Whereas our other device is known as the Blvd Legacy.
Okay.
And as you may know, the Blvd device is an RF microneedling device, which helps with a lot of different things. We were limited, like you said, to the face and neck, maybe even a little bit of the chest, décolleté area with the Blvd Legacy. But with this device, we can now address other areas of concern where there may be skin laxity in secondary to massive weight loss or just the natural aging process. So with this, we now have the capability of addressing other areas such as the abdomen, the thighs, the back, the arms, pretty much the whole body, because we have the ability to make adjustments with the depth in which the needle is entering the tissue and affecting different areas of the body. So it's a really cool upgrade to our RF microneedling treatment option, and I wanted to kind of just go through it here in a little bit. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about some of the benefits of this Blvd device, this RF microneedling device, compared to maybe some other RF microneedling devices that may be out there. And one of the things that stands out the most is the fact that this has been described as probably the most comfortable of all radiofrequency microneedling devices across the board. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we can utilize insulated needles with the tips that we use for this treatment, which helps make it a lot more comfortable for the patient. Now, the caveat to that is that with this Blvd Ultra, we now actually have the option of also using uninsulated tips if we wanted to get more heat dispersion into the tissue. So before we only had the insulated version, which makes it very, very comfortable, but now we have the opportunity to use both insulated and non-insulated. So that's really, really cool, and it's a nice upgrade. And more than anything, just really being able to treat some of these areas where some patients may be experiencing skin laxity from their weight loss training.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I think one thing that, you know, I know, being a little bit behind the scenes, is you recently had your first Blvd treatment, correct?
I did,
and so not only does Gilbert get to speak from, you know, learning from some of the Blvd reps and the research behind Blvd, but also personal experience, you know. That's so exciting. Can I just ask, though, out of curiosity, what would be the benefit of getting it a little bit more heated, or not using that insulated tip? What would we see that we couldn't necessarily have before?
Yeah, so that's a great question, Joe. So with the insulated tip, the energy, the heat energy, kind of is very, very directional and very precise. Whereas with the uninsulated tips, though, the energy can kind of spread into larger areas. So we get more energy across more area, which can stimulate more collagen production, hopefully creating more of a skin tightening effect.
Cool. So I guess, to be short, we're going to get better results.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Cool. I love that. That's so exciting. I can't wait to see, not just, of course, these patients have these awesome, weight loss goals and achieve their goals, but help with some of those, what they might call a problem area, whether it is related to weight loss or even with aging. I can't tell you how many patients I've had, with a little bit of wrinkly skin there on the abdomen, maybe even up here on the anterior chest, and I'm so excited to see how we can help and kind of correct some of those what they would call problem areas.
Yeah, I have so many patients approach me asking for help with little areas where they have skin laxity, like right around their elbows, right above their knees.
Yeah.
You know, those are very common areas as part of the natural aging process, right?
Of course.
And so with this upgrade, we are now able to address those areas, whereas before we were really limited to just the face, neck, and upper chest area.
Awesome.
So I think it's going to be really great for our San Antonio population, and as you said, you know, we have so many patients here in San Antonio that are on a weight loss journey that I think it's going to be great for them as they continue to go along their weight loss journey, and they start to see some of these changes that can come with that weight loss, to be able to keep them looking their best, feeling their best, help keep that skin nice and tight in all areas of the body.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I mean, that's so exciting. I hope you guys learned something. I always learn something when I talk to Gilbert. You know, hopefully you can find room in his schedule between him being a matador and treating you with the Blvd body machine. So thanks.
Cool.